If you ever ask anyone how to escape the constant surveillance of big tech, you probably would have been told to switch to Linux. Now, since Linux Mint is a popular destination for folks, especially from Windows, in this video, I'll be putting it under the microscope and revealing exactly how much telemetry you may expect. To analyze the flow of traffic, let me install Wireshark. Wireshark gives you a clear picture of how packages are traveling within a network. It is the best tool to know who you are sending data to from your computer, and it's a great way to track data collection that you are not intentionally permitting. I am using a computer where I have installed Linux Mint 22 Cinnamon Edition. Let me first update all packages and repositories on this computer. Next, I will install Wireshark using sudo apt install Wireshark on the terminal. The installation may take several moments, so you want to be patient, especially if you're on a slower internet connection. Okay, now hit Y and enter. Now, I do not want non-super users to be able to run Wireshark, so I will go for the no option and hit enter. And now it should complete the installation process. Okay, just for transparency, in this video, I am launching only the OBS application because I need this for screen recording. And then now let me fire up Wireshark to analyze all network traffic. So to run it as an admin, I'll launch the terminal and then I will type sudo Wireshark and hit enter. And now we have to give it a moment to display all the traffic on this network. Okay, so I think I've gotten a lot of packages moving in or out. So let me export this data to a text document so that I can take time to analyze it with you guys. Okay, so the question is, what traffic was I able to capture? So we have ARP, we have MDNS, we have NTP, we have DNS. So primarily, this is the traffic I've been able to capture. So let me break this down for you guys. We have ARP requests. ARP stands for Address Resolution Protocol. Now, these requests are used for devices on the local network to find each other. Your computer is essentially asking who has this IP address. This happens locally within your network and never gets sent to the internet. So, no privacy risk here. Okay, moving on, we have multicast DNS. So that's the MDNS queries. Okay, you might see this as Avahi. And these are local network discovery requests. So if you have network printers, file shares, or other devices that support MDNS, this helps your system identify them. It doesn't send data outside your network, and disabling it won't affect internet privacy. In fact, if you don't need it, you can disable it using the command on the screen. Okay, moving on, we have NTP, which stands for Network Time Protocol Sync. Your system queries Ubuntu Time Server, and you're probably seeing that IP as 185.125.190.57. It queries this server to synchronize the clock. Almost every OS does this to ensure accurate timekeeping, and this is important for security. So, for example, SSL certificates rely on the correct time to function properly, and this does not send personal data, just a simple query for the current time. Okay, and lastly, we have DNS. So this is a query to connectivity, and it is used by network manager to dictate if the system is online. It's a basic request, so like typing a web address into your browser, and doesn't send any identifying information beyond your IP address. So if you prefer also, you can disable it by using the command displayed on the screen. But you should also make sure to set the connectivity enabled status to false. Okay, so this is all the traffic I see using Wireshark. So the question is, what do I not see? So first, there are no connections to analytics servers. Also, there is no data sent to canonical Mint developers or third parties for tracking. And also, I noticed that there is no hidden telemetry logs. This is quite impressive. Now, the bigger question is, what does this mean for privacy? Simply put, Linux Mint does not send telemetry by default. So, unlike Windows or Mac OS, where background analytics are the norm, Mint stays true to its privacy first promise. And of course, like I said, if you're concerned about MDNS, you might disable it. And the same way with the connectivity checks for Ubuntu, you could also disable this. So my final verdicts: Linux Mint respects your privacy to a very large extent. So no unexpected telemetry, no tracking. The only network activity is necessary system functionality. So if you're switching to Linux for privacy reasons, Mint seems to be still a very, very solid choice. So we started this video by asking, what exactly or how much telemetry does Linux Mint expect from you? Well, now you have your answer. It seems quite the safe option for someone who is privacy conscious. If for some reason you don't want to use Linux Mint, you might check out this other video where we talk about the best distros for someone switching from Windows. And that will be it for this video. If you've enjoyed it, please share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.